Kipinji, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
And you look sharp.
This is things engineers normally does once in a while, not often.
So yes, there's one time I had lady engineers in studio.
Definitely.
And they were looking okay. I didn't see anything that was a problem. But during the break, there's one who was properly, formally dressed. So during the break, they were like, hey, so you may dress up. So I'm asking them, what do you mean? It's like, we're always like in jeans, t-shirts. We don't like overly, like formally official suity. They go, okay. Very impressive. You look really nice.
Thank you very much.
Please tell us about what you do. Already you mentioned as an engineer. You're an engineer.
So I graduated from Moy University as an electrical and electronics engineer. But after that, I went into a company called IBM. I think all of us knows IBM.
Yep.
ThinkPad. I was there for 6 months in a program called Digital Nation Africa. That is what majorly we are working on.
Okay.
Basically, I'll be mentioning so many terms.
I'll be here asking, what does that mean? Do not even be scared of that.
So basically what we are doing, we were kind of managing a program. So this program dealing with trainings, seminars, workshops. So we did quite a lot around East Africa.
Okay.
Especially Ethiopia and Kenya and Uganda.
Okay.
And I was tasked to handle mostly things to deal with IoT, AI, it's okay, artificial intelligence.
Yes, that's what I get. IoT, I was just like, okay.
Internet of Things.
Okay.
And more into design thinking and methodology and such stuff.
Okay.
And then after 6 months, my internship ended. And of course, I was very eager. I was very expectant also. Something good would happen. But of course, strategies and so many other things changes. And of course, I was out of that company.
Okay.
That is one of the best companies I've ever worked with, apart from Safaricom.
Yes.
After that, Corona came. That is 2020. I left there around 15th February, last year.
Yes.
And then
March.
I think March, things started.
Yes, the world just shut down.
Yes.
Yeah.
So when everything was shut down, I was not around Nairobi. I traveled to pick my certificate at Moi. And at that time, my then, I'll call her the girlfriend, was in Eldoret, MTRH.
Okay.
So I went in. We stayed for some time because she was finishing her task somewhere. So I wanted to go finish up and then we leave. But unfortunately, the lockdown found me there.
Okay.
So I was in Eldoret, not by choice.
For all the months that it was shut down?
Yes. I stayed there up to around September.
So you moved in?
Yes. So
people were making memes about what wamepatwa kwa girlfriends.
So I was there. And but I say there is always a blessing in anything that happens.
That's true.
So at that time she was pregnant with she was expectant, and around July 26th, we were blessed with a beautiful baby girl.
Okay.
So during that time that I was there, I went in to a supermarket in Eldoret. I was this kind of a person. I saw now this is the time that I want really to read books and stuff. So I went in with the few coins that I had, around 6,000 shillings. I bought a lot of books.
Okay.
EQ, 0 to 1, the subtle art of not giving a F, among other books. So after 2-3 months, then I needed more books. But again, you know, the few savings that I had already spent that.
Yes.
So I didn't have an option. And that's when now this idea came. Most of my ideas comes at night. And I started drafting something. I just woke up, took a book and a pen. I just wrote. I think how can I maybe make something that if I need these kind of resources, which are very expensive, I can maybe look around Eldoret and then get a copy and then read. If I don't want to maybe keep it, I can just return to the owner. In terms of maybe exchange, that is one way, or hiring, or even buying, but not as expensive as what I'm going to get in the bookshop. And that's how the idea was born. Best till I am. So I have all along from high school to campus developing stuff, mostly in electronics and such. But most of these products, I've never found myself maybe commercializing the product.
Okay.
And that, again, that is the problem with most, I'll say most engineers, not all, most engineers. Why? Because I don't know, but so many people say
Is it
engineers.
a process to monetize what you've created?
Yes,
Okay.
that process is really hard.
So most people shy away from that.
Hard, really hard. And when I say it's really hard, I don't mean to scare so many people away from it.
Okay.
And because there are those few who have really done it successfully.
Okay.
And unfortunately, it's what it takes for you to make sure I've commercialized this product and it's out that really matters. But again, when you start something, when you start building something, everything, you have a very good roadmap. Within 3 months, I will have finished the development. Within a month, I've done the testing and all that, and then my product is out.
Yes.
And then within 3 months, people will be rolling around. I have so many these customers and stuff.
Yes.
But unfortunately, again, it never happened.
Okay.
So I launched the product in Eldoret, not forgetting in my girlfriend's room,
Yes.
in my girlfriend's house. My house was in Nairobi here for all those months, paying rents and stuff, but not using it.
Okay.
Again, my computer kind of broke down. Another challenge, remember.
This is where everything is supposed to come from.
Yes.
Oh my God.
But luckily, I had this support system from my family to my friends and stuff. So getting a computer was not an issue. So I got another computer from, of course, the girlfriend again, and I continued working on the project. So the first phase is out, and currently I would say, maybe to just wind up on that, currently we are working with a very good team.
Okay.
I have my long time, my full-time college, university friend.
Yes.
It's called Esbon Orina.
Okay.
He's one of the most awesome guys
Yes.
I've ever met.
Okay.
Because I'll say he has the brains.
Yes.
He has this. He can really advise.
Okay.
And that's why he has really come into my space and bring value. And apart from that, I've brought in 2 guys that we are working on the version 2 of Bestilaya. So it's Edwin Kimathi and another guy is called Jafed Korir.
Okay.
Yeah, so those are the guys that we are currently working with, hoping at least to bring the second version of the product,
Okay.
of which we hope it will be better and it will bring more features, because the first version was just to test and see the feel and that, and we have gotten so many feedback,
Okay.
and we're hoping the next version will be better than the first one. Of course, the
Okay.
first one had so many issues and stuff, but we are hoping the second version will be better. Yeah.
What are we hoping to see in the second version? What
So-
will be there for me as a client who does not know the backstory of this, but I just want a good book?
Yes. So what we hope to bring on board is one is that ability. So first, what is Bestilaya? Bestilaya offers you an ability to, if you are a buyer, ability to buy, ability to hire,
Okay.
ability to exchange, and at some point you can donate those books that you have directly on the platform.
Okay.
Those are the 4 functions.
Okay.
And there's an element of downloads, and also there's an element of high school kids and those books and atlases,
nice.
all those
Good,
things. So
good.
we are trying to see, because when we finish high school, most of these books, we carry them and then we put them in a box,
We store them away.
we store them away.
Yes.
You know, most of these books cost as much as 3,000. Atlas, dictionaries and such.
Kamusi.
So we are trying to think, how can we maybe get those books and then make something out of it, other than keeping them, rats are feasting on them and all that. So that is what we are looking to see. From now, the seller point of view,
Yes.
we are looking to create that market space. And I know so many people will start asking, why books? We have these other platforms that are giving us everything. But again, I will come back to that.
Yes. Okay.
So from the seller point of view, we are giving you ability to either sell
Yes.
If you have them in your room, you can put them there and then sell. Or if you are a vendor, maybe street vendor or something, you can just again put them there and sell.
Yes.
So there is that selling aspect. And then if you don't want to sell your books away, you can put them on hire. And then another thing, you can still do exchange. You can put your book as an exchange product, not sell, not hire, but as an exchange product. Meaning, when I want to read, maybe let's say Robert Kiyosaki, Rich Dad Poor Dad,
Yes.
and I have maybe The Richest Man in Babylon, so we can exchange the book.
Yes.
You see, because these books kind of they are of the same value.
And if I am interested in that book,
Yes.
then and you're interested in mine, then it's easy
It's easy
for us to just
exchange. And don't forget again, when we are doing this, we are trying to focus on the regions. So
Yes.
I'm in Nairobi, for example, in Dagoretti corner.
Yes.
You are in Nairobi in Jamhuri. So that's not very far. We can, even at the time I'm jogging, we can just meet around and do the exchange.
Okay.
So that is what we are looking to bring now, full package of the product in the next few months.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So what about the pricing of the same? The main reason you started the project in Eldoret is because you had run out of money to buy more books. They were expensive, and you're looking to provide a service for me to be able to get that book, but not at a very high cost. So what are the costs? By how much have you saved me my coins?
So we, of course, different versions will come with different pricing, especially buying, hiring, exchanging, and all that. So at the moment, the kind of the model that we had come up with the team that we are discussing,
Yes.
especially on the business modeling and stuff.
Okay.
So we thought, in terms of exchange, we can have it for free. So we are providing the platform. If you want to exchange, you can just come in and do it for free.
Okay.
That is one thing. If it's donation, of course, that is for free. And then if it's hiring, then we can say maybe we can go with 10 to 20% of the value of the book,
Okay.
depending on if I'm okay with that. But again, if I'm not okay with that,
Okay.
I can put my value. If this book is very expensive, I can say I want 50% or I want 30%, depending on who is providing the book on the platform.
Okay.
And then on selling again, on now selling, then now that depends on the value of the book. If the book is very maybe is new
Yes.
and it has
Then
not
of
been
course
used,
it's going to be a bit pricey. Than books that came out maybe 2-3 years ago.
Yes.
Yes.
So
Okay.
that again varies depending on the book, the usage and all that. So that is what we are trying to bring on board. But again, remember, at first we did testing from our inside team.
Yes.
But now we are looking into bringing this kind of a multi-vendor ecosystem where you can come in as Mwikali, as an individual,
Yeah.
or you can come in as Mwikali bookshop, or you can come in as Mwikali vendors, blah, 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 all that.
I
Yeah.
see. So it's a whole ecosystem, which is
Yes.
so beautiful. I think it will be exciting for book lovers out there. You also double up as a young professionals chair.
Definitely. That is
Maybe you can just mention a bit about that before we come to the end of this conversation.
So, as a young professional chair, I've been in IEEE for, let's say, more than 5 years.
Okay.
But 5 years as a full member.
Okay.
So this is a professional body that I can say it has really nurtured me to who I am today. And that I'm never afraid to say that, because they have really shown me what career life is all about. They have really shaped me through professional kind of development.
Okay.
And when I say professional development, I cannot fail to mention people like John Matogo from IBM, who has really held my hand through journey for 3-4 years. Okay. Humphrey Mwindi, Sally, and all that. There are so many people in IEEE who have really nurtured me. So who I am today as the chair of Young Professionals Kenya, all that credit goes to that team of IEEE.
Okay.
It's one of the best teams, again, that I've worked with. Okay. So many passionate guys, no one pays you, but what they deliver is really phenomenal.
Okay.
Yeah.
I see the passion. I see it. I feel it. I feel it. So when you look at what does it do, and how can people just join the young professionals Kenya? Is it open for everybody?
So
Or is it?
so it's not an open society because you have to pay.
Okay.
Of course, as a student, you pay around 3,000.
Okay.
Currently, it's around 1,500.
Ah.
And then as a graduate student, again, you can decide just to remain as a graduate student and pay the same fee as a student. But when you become professional, then the fee changes.
Okay.
It's around 8,000, 9,000, 10,000. And then if you now go to the full traditional package, it's around 17,000. Again, don't look, for me, I don't look at the figures.
Yes.
I look at the networks.
Yes.
I look at the people. Because again, let me tell you something. The richness of who I am belongs to the network that I'm in.
That is true. That is very true.
And I can tell you, you cannot, I cannot even equate to the value I'm
priceless.
getting. It's priceless.
It is priceless.
From the networks,
Yes.
from the that growth that you get, from the mentorship.
You can't put money on that.
You can't put money. You can't put money to someone who is mentoring you.
Absolutely.
You cannot.
And I hope people who are watching today are just learning this from you as well.
Yes.
Very passionate and following your dreams, and being or allowing yourself to be held accountable and to be mentored and to be shown that this path is amazing and you can take this and this one is wrong. How can people get in touch with you, and when do we expect the app to be up and running?
So I'll say the team that I'm with, we are really working hard. But again, I have other responsibilities.
Okay.
But if all goes well, in the next 2-3 months, we should have the second version of the platform, which is better.
We'd like for you to come back.
I will definitely
Please
come
back. Thank you so much for coming. Social media handles before I let you go.
My name is Kithinji Muriungi.
Okay.
In all the social medias.
Okay.
So I don't share the name, unlike with just one guy.
Okay.
But when you see this guy with beards, that's me. That's Kithinji Muriungi.
Asante sana,
Yes.
Kibenji. It's been amazing having a conversation with you. So we're going to take a very short commercial break. But remember, Kips is gifting 5 of you today T-shirts, branded Kips. And all you have to do is tell us, what would you like to study when you get there? When, not if. When ukiingia, unataka kusomea nini? 111 444 111. That is our SMS line. We'll be right back after the break.